welcome back to my channel. I'm Cat Brewer. I'm a realtor here in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm better known as Miss Perfect Realtor. I am here today. I just wanted to talk to you guys about a few things. I get tons of questions about the home buying process, and I always try to make it easy for my clients. I get a lot of feedback about how the process was easier than most of my clients thought, and I just wanted to kind of go over that process with you and kind of what I do from my own perspective. So I'm going to go ahead and go over some things with you guys so that you can actually understand what that process looks like and how we can make it easier for you as realtors and the benefit of actually having a realtor. So the first thing that I typically talk to my clients about is their faith. And no, I'm not talking about religion. No, I'm not talking about anything like that. I'm talking about you believing that you're going to be able to reach your goals. So, as most people know, there's a common cliche that we use. There's faith without works is dead. So, I always talk to people to see where their mindset is, where their faith is, where they are in this process, so that I can understand where I need to jump in and assist. So, it's a journey when you're purchasing a home, and it's something that should be memorable. Your realtor should be memorable. I know for my clients, I still get phone calls. I reach out to them. I remind them to do things. I'm just pretty much real hands-on. I know what I would want for myself, so I try to practice that as a realtor. So with that process, a lot of people, usually the objections that we get would be, oh, my credit isn't so good, or I don't have any money saved up, and I don't know where to start. I don't even know a realtor. But there are tons of tools and resources out here. YouTube is one, Instagram is one, social media in general is one. Talking to people in your neighborhood, driving around different neighborhoods, doing a Google search. There are many ways that you can locate a realtor, but if you guys need someone here in the Metro Atlanta area, I'm here. I would love to help you. I get a lot of good feedback with my clients, and it's typically a quick process, so we try to get it done within 30 days. Now, some situations may be a little different depending on the scenario, the type of home that you're looking to purchase, and things of that nature. But we try to make it a smooth, easy process here at Kim Mason and Associates Realty, and me in general, as far as my business, a smooth, easy process. That's what I believe in. That's what I would want for myself again. And so when you're getting prepared to purchase a home, one thing I noticed is that a lot of people don't know where to start again. So here are some things that you can do to go ahead and get started with the home buying process. It is a preparation. There's some steps that you need to take. And with taking those steps, you have to have the discipline and the faith to know that you're going to be able to reach that end goal. So my first question and my first step for most people to think about is, realistically, where do you want to be? So if your goal is to be purchasing a home within the next 30 days, 60 days, next year, 6 months, whatever it may be, you need to have your eyes on that prize and be able to visualize where you want to be at the end. And then the steps in between, I'll go over those steps in between with you guys, but first you need to know where it is that you want to be. And when I say realistically, we'll talk about that a little more. That's going to come with your budget and your pre-approval and things of that nature. So just realistically understanding where it is you want to be. If your goal is simply, I want to purchase a home that's safe for me, my family, and for my friends, then we can work on that. And if it's for investing, well, we set goals for that as well. So that's different steps for different people. So we're just going to talk about the residential side, about home buyers who are looking to purchase a home for their family. And again, like I said, having that faith is the first thing that you need, and knowing where you want to be, focusing on that end goal. So a lot of the objections that we currently, get would be, like I said, savings. So with saving up money, it's a discipline. It's not something that just happens overnight. When you're saving money, you're pretty much putting money to the side with a goal that you have. So you're saving up for retirement. You're saving up for purchasing a new home. You're saving up to purchase a new car. You're saving up for a trip. So again, that's where that end goal comes into play. So with saving, that is a discipline that you guys must have when you're going into the home buying process. Being disciplined enough to save money and put aside so much money every month to take care of your end goal, and to get you where you want to be is very, 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 very important. Now, some people may not be able to save as much as some people, and that's okay. We do have different down payment assistance programs that are available for first-time homeowners. We have programs available for first responders, teachers, etc. So there are resources that are available, but you also want to put in your work and be disciplined. We can talk about is credit. Now, with credit, they do say, okay, you could buy a home with a 580 credit score. Well, you can. However, there's other factors that are included in that. So that's just not the only factor. So it's important for you to actually know where you stand financially before you even jump into the process. Know what your credit score is. Know what type of loan programs there are. So with the 580 credit score, you may not get approved for much. And you possibly would only get approved for FHA loan or a USDA loan, depending on where you are, or VA loan or something of that nature. A government-backed loan. But when it comes to conventional loans, which is the preferred loan, 580 just doesn't cut it. So I always tell my clients to strive higher. Now, with the conventional loan, the minimum is 620, but again, those have different factors that play into getting approved there. So you want to make sure that you are shooting for the stars. Don't just shoot for 580. Don't just shoot for 620. Don't just shoot for 640. Shoot for 800. Shoot higher. The higher your credit score is, the better chances you have of getting a good interest rate. So with that being said, even with young professionals, people that have student loans out the yahoo, and they don't know what to do and how to start with purchasing a home, if you have a credit score around 680 or higher, you can possibly get approved for a conventional loan, and it doesn't take that much weight from your student loans into account when getting you pre-approved. So that's another reason why you want to shoot for a higher credit score. You don't want to just focus on a 620 or a 580. You want to keep going. And that's important because, like I said, it's your chances. It's lenders looking at your finances and seeing, are you capable of making payments on time? Do you have positive credit history? And are you going to be responsible enough to manage this investment? So that's one of the big things that we focus on as real estate professionals. From the lending side to the realtor side, we want to make sure that you are financially responsible enough to manage your investment. So with that, with managing and getting your credit score up, you have to budget. You have to work on decreasing your debt, increasing your income. There's a variable that we use, the debt to income ratio, and that ratio is pretty much the amount of income you have versus the amount of debt that you have, and a ratio that we use to determine how much money you're capable of spending when you are searching for a home or taking out a loan or something of that nature. When you're purchasing a car, this is the same ratio. Looking at a $300,000 home on Zillow, but your debt to ratio income may not be a $300,000 budget. You may not have enough income to take care of that. And then also with the debt to ratio income, you tell us what you want your budget to be. And when you tell us what your budget, what you are budgeting, what you can afford to pay out of pocket, or what you would like to pay out of pocket, what's reasonable for you, we want to make sure we stay within those parameters. We don't want to jump outside the parameters and just throw you into this big, humongous, beautiful home without you being able to afford it, because the thing after that would be foreclosure, and we don't put you in a home to foreclose on. So that's one thing that you want to keep in mind as well with the debt to ratio income and your credit score. So knowing where you are financially with those two numbers are very, very, very important, so that you can understand your buying power. You understand how much you want to budget out and spend per month on your mortgage, your insurance, your taxes, and your interest. So these are things that are very, very important for you to understand prior to jumping into the home buying process. So it's very important for you to do your research, know what is on the market, know what the market is looking like. You may not be able to get your dream home as your first home. However, that is also a process. You can use your first home to get you to your dream home, because when you're purchasing a home, you're buying into an investment, and you're pretty much paying yourself each month that you pay your mortgage. So that mortgage builds up into your equity, and so you can take that equity when you're ready to buy a home in 8 years and put it towards your dream home, and you'll have a good down payment. You should have good credit by that time, because you should know what that home buying process is like. You should also know what your debt to ratio income is like, and hopefully your income is increased, things of that nature. You just want to be prepared. So you prepare yourself for this process. It's not just something you would want to jump into. With all that being said, the first step to purchasing a home is actually getting pre-approved. And that's why I discussed why it's important to prepare yourself to purchase a home. Now with purchasing a home, that pre-approval letter is pretty much what we use to determine your buying power, what you can spend on your new home. That's how we are able to go out into neighborhoods, into different counties and things of that nature to look for your home. Now, during that time, I also myself, I will do a consultation. I do a free consultation with all of my clients. That free consultation pretty much consists of me asking you questions about your needs and your wants. I have a buyer's guide for you, and so that buyer's guide helps me to explain to you the process. If you have questions, you can refer back to that guide, or you can give me a call, and I set up the expectations for you. I let you know what to expect from this process with me as your realtor, what to expect from your lender, and what to expect throughout the process with appraisal, getting your loan approved, searching for a home, etc., and contracts. Real estate is a business of contracts, so understanding what's in your contract is very important. That's part of the reason why you have a realtor, so we can help you to interpret what's in your contract and also prepare a reasonable offer or contract for you. So we do that. We can do that simultaneously with the pre-approval, but we prefer for you to have the pre-approval prior to you coming to us to want to look for homes. We're not going to just jump out the car and say, hey, let's go look at homes. Now, when you get that pre-approval letter, we're ready to go. I'm ready. Let's see what we can find. Let's go ahead and jump into the market. But without that pre-approval letter, it'll be very, very difficult to actually tell you what you can afford. It can be discouraging too, because you may think that, like I said, you may be looking at a $300,000 home, but your budget is a $200,000 home. So you want to be aware. Awareness is key to purchasing a home when it comes to your emotions, because when you're purchasing a home, your emotions play a huge role in your decision-making process. So setting those proper expectations, having that pre-approval letter, that is very important for you to actually understand, so you can know how to manage your emotions and understand what's happening throughout the process. And so once we get that pre-approval letter, we go out, we go search for homes, we go look and see, what's on the market. What fits your needs? That questionnaire that I give out to my clients and that I ask at my consultations, that questionnaire is to help me figure out what would be best for you and your family. So my goal is to always make sure I am meeting and exceeding your needs. Now, like I said, it may not be the perfect first home. It may be something that you have to use to take another step, but I can help get you where you need to be. I'm very transparent. I'm very honest about the home buying process. I would never, ever, ever push anyone to purchase a home outside their budget. I would never push anyone to purchase a home that they do not want. However, I will be transparent with you and let you know this is what your budget is and this is what we can do to get you where you need to be. So just keep that in mind. Don't be discouraged. Just understand that there is a process with everything. Again, your faith plays a big role in that. If you can believe that you're going to reach that goal, then we can work with it. So we just need you to play your role and have the right mindset when it comes to purchasing your home. So when we're doing your home search, we always talk about your non-negotiables and the top 5 things, your location, things of that nature. Location can make and break a deal. It can make and break what your emotions feel like. So it's important to keep an open mind. Now it's important to know where you want to be, but also to have an open mind, because you may want to be in Sandy Springs, which is in Fulton County, but the taxes are high. They have higher price points. So that may not be the ideal area for you and your budget at this time. So location, location, location. It drives your dollar. It drives your search. It also drives your ability to understand what each market in each neighborhood or zip code looks like. After that, once we are going through that process, I show, up to 5 homes most of the time. I don't really show too many homes because I pay attention to what my clients are actually wanting and needing. So understanding that helps me to eliminate the extraness, the anxiety in searching for a home. Now, I do send properties. I try to get your feedback. I want to know what you think about certain homes, what you like, what you don't like. And then with that, I go with it. So based on that, I'm able to help you find a home. Now, when we find that home, I have already reviewed the market. I've already reviewed the comparables in that area. I have already looked over your information. So when I'm in that driveway, I'm ready to make an offer if you're ready to make an offer. And I'm ready to draw up the contracts in the car. I don't have to leave the yard to draw up a contract. So I can even, oh my gosh, my phone, I will write a contract on my phone. I don't even have to pull out a laptop or a tablet. We can just go from there. But before I am strategizing with you and trying to help you understand the conditions, your purchase power, and just gaining your agreement as well. So before we make that offer, you will be well informed. You should be well informed on the offer that you're making. If it is like now a seller's market and you're searching within a price range where there are bidding wars, then we're going to come up with a strategy to help you win, one, that bidding war, and two, to actually understand, what's happening. Even if we put in an offer that's above the asking price, your appraisal won't allow you to pay more than what the home appraises for. So you don't have to worry about us overpricing or over offering on the home, because we won't pay more than what the home is appraised for. So that's one thing that you should know. Even if it's another strategy where, okay, it may not be bidding wars, but the seller doesn't want to pay closing costs, we come up with different strategies. We figure out what that market is like. We talk to each other as real estate agents. We discuss what's going on. I technically will really call the selling agent and ask the selling agent, different questions to figure out what's going on with the property. So I want to know how many offers you have. What is the seller looking for? What is an ideal offer for you? What type of loans are you looking for? What the comparables are in the neighborhood. And I actually do my own research and I come to them. I'm like, okay. I'm not telling them what I'm doing and what my strategy is, but I'm actually writing down these things to create a strategy for my clients. And when I am able to come up with a good strategy, a lot of the times the strategy is, 100% of the time, my strategy actually gets my clients into the homes that they want. A lot of the times, I haven't had a scenario where my strategies haven't worked at all. Even with some of my clients, I have had clients where we were looking, and they didn't understand that there was a bidding war. And I would discuss that with them, but sometimes it takes your client to see it for themselves. So once they're able to see for themselves, I get to the point where my clients are making the offers before I even say anything, because they understand what's going on in the market. I'm not only telling them, but I am showing them what's happening in the market, and I will not drive you and steer you into the wrong direction. So that's one thing for me, is just coming up with a strategy individually for each one of my clients. Once we make that offer, always have your earnest money available. Your earnest money deposit is very important to securing that home. It's telling that seller that you are serious, you want to purchase this home, you are ready to go, and you want to secure this contract. So with that being said, be prepared to wire some money, have a certified check, whatever money order, however they're going to accept the earnest money deposit. You need to be prepared. The funds need to be in your account, and your lender. We contact the lender, let the lender know, hey, you want to make an offer on this home. This is the earnest money deposit. What are the taxes looking like? What is a monthly mortgage amount looking like, along with the interest rate? And if they say go, we go. And so, yeah. And then from there, we come up with your due diligence. So depending on the market conditions, your due diligence may be 5 days, it can be 3 days, it can be 7 days. It really just depends on what the market is like and what your goal is. And then during that due diligence, we go ahead and we get your inspections, we do the negotiations, and we do an amendments. If there are any concerns that you have, something needs to be repaired, if it's negotiable, we'll go ahead and address those concerns and submit some documentation to make sure that they're addressed, and to make sure that you understand what you can and cannot do, and what the seller is willing to do and what the seller isn't willing to do. So also, once you're doing that, I talk to people all the time. I'm also a licensed insurance sales professional here in Atlanta, Georgia. So I sell home and auto insurance as well. So I always talk to my clients about protecting their investments and their assets. I understand how important it is. I really don't like to have people to call me crying, upset, or anything about something happening to their home. So I always ensure that my clients know that there are protections that they can put in place to protect them from having a big loss, or paying a lot of money out of pocket, or repairing a whole roof or a leak or something of that nature. So I go over the different types of coverages that you can get, your warranty coverages, your insurance coverages, and I can distinguish the differences to you and help you to understand when to use each one, because you're not going to use the warranty for something like hail damage on your roof. That's going to be your insurance. So I help people to actually understand what's the difference between a warranty that repairs things that break down in your home versus insurance that repairs things that happen to your home because of some type of risk or peril or something of that nature, like a fire or theft or something of that nature. So it's very important for you as a buyer to understand that. So for me, it's also important because I understand both ends, and I want to make sure that you're not only getting what you need, but you're protecting what you need. Then from there, while we're doing that process, you're in your due diligence and things of that nature, you usually have a financing contingency if you're taking out a loan. So with the financing contingency, it depends, again, on the market. It could be 21 days, 15 days. It just really depends on the offer that you're putting in and how quick you're ready to move on it, and how quick your lender can get you through financing and underwriting. So getting your loan approved and actually getting appraisal done, having someone to come out to the property, making sure everything is in its right place. You also have to understand that during that time, you cannot use a credit card, no big purchases, no purchasing a vehicle, no, payment arrangements with taxes, nothing that could affect your chances, because underwriting, they go through the IRS, they're looking at your taxes, they're looking at your bank statements, they're looking at your credit, they're looking at everything. They're looking at your entire life, and they're trying to make sure that you're going to be responsible enough. This is the final step in the loan process, and this will make or break the deal. So always do not buy anything during anything. You need to have that set amount already in your savings account, because they're going to be looking for that. Whatever your budget is and your down payment, if you have a loan with a 3.5% down payment, you need to have that 3.5% in the bank along with the closing costs, just in case you have to help pay the closing costs, or just in case the interest rates may change. Like, you have to have that money in your account. So don't do anything that can mess up the process. And then after you get through that process, you get approved and everything, then we go to closing. Closing is where you get your keys, you sign all these documents, they stack a bunch of documents in front of you, but there's someone in there along with me, and we go through those documents, make sure everything is correct, and you sign off on them. Once you're done, and you've completed signing those documents, you get your keys and you're able to get into your home. So you are able to go ahead and take possession. Sometimes it may be 3 to 5 days, depending on the offer and the contract that you have with the seller, but it's yours. Once you're at closing, You sign those documents, you get those keys, it is yours. You take possession of your home. You want to also, in that time, have a budget set aside for moving expenses, because moving isn't cheap. You want to make sure that you understand, if you're moving from out of state, how much it's going to cost to move your items from one state to the other. If you're paying movers or you're doing it yourself, just have that budget set aside. And then you're good. You purchased your new home. Now, I do check in with my clients. I follow up and see what's going on. I talk to them about their homestead exemptions, for their taxes, making sure their insurance is good, making sure if they have any questions or any concerns about the home. And I just try to be the person that they can depend on to help them purchase their new home. So just that process, just understanding how to get through it is going to be key for you to actually understand how to manage your emotions through the process. For me, I'm very creative, I'm very personable, I'm very persistent, I'm very knowledgeable and compassionate. So my experience as a realtor, your experience with me as a realtor may be different with another realtor, because I have a service standard. I have a value that I commit to with helping my clients with their home search. So it's not something that I'm just walking into like, I'm trying to get this check. That's not me. I'm actually very compassionate about helping people. And I want to be that person that you can go to when you need help. The money isn't my driver. My driver is the smiles on my clients' faces. So for me, when you're scared, if I have to even give you a pep talk, I'm there. I don't mind. I'm prepared. I'm always ready. Even with post-closing, I'm here to assist you. So I'm here. I work for a very trusted company in Atlanta, and we're very customer-centric focused. We understand that service is what sets us apart as a brokerage, and we want to make sure that our clients experience that. So yeah, that's pretty much the home buying process in a nutshell. I didn't want to go on too long. I can definitely go deeper and deeper and deeper into pre-approvals and finding homes, but we'll do that at a later time. I just wanted it to touch the surface with you guys so you can actually understand what that process is like, and get you through that process. And so if you guys have any questions, I'm always here. My name is CatBrewer again. You can reach me at 404-205-9572, or my email is CatBrewerSellsAtlanta@gmail.com. I'll be more than happy to assist you. I also have my Instagram. My Instagram is @PURRFECTKitty. It's spelled all weird, so I will have it in the comments. And of course, that's the kitty, perfect kitty, cat. That's where that comes from, but we'll talk about that another day. Or you can find me on Facebook at CatBrewerSellsAtlanta, and I'll be more than happy to assist you. I want to make sure that you are able to reach your goals. Goal setting is number one to me right now in my life, even as a realtor, because I understand that it helps me to be prepared, and that's where my faith comes in, and that's why I'm able to talk to people about faith, not from a religious standpoint, but from a personable standpoint, from a goal setting standpoint, because I also, as a real estate agent, have to set specific goals and have specific steps that I take to be successful in what I do. And I carry that over into my processes. It may look different, but it's the same process for me. We're going to get you through it. I'm here. Give me a call. I would love to help you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this post. I will be posting more and more. I know my channel is very new. Very excited to be here and assisting you guys, and I look forward to the future. So thank you guys for joining me. And if you have any questions, again, feel free to shoot me a message or anything, and I'll be more than happy to assist you. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Enjoy your season. I know New Year's is right around the corner. Can't believe it's at the end of the week. We're running into 2021. But I'm very excited. 2020 has been a long year, but we made it through, and I'm excited to see you guys on the other side. So let's keep pushing. Let's have that faith. Let's work towards our goals. Make our vision board. I did my vision board. If you want to check out the previous video, I can show you that process as far as creating a vision board and how that works. But yeah, let's get it done. Let's work on our goals. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you guys enjoy your day. Thanks. Bye.